Guys, so we're going to go over how to do videos for social media. Depending on what page you're working for in the travel niche, it might be must-do travels, bucket list travels, passport stamps, um, just go vacation, wanderlust vacation, Hawaiian Islands. It's all the same. We're basically following the same protocol, and that is we set all video dimensions to 1080 by 1080 square. The reason we do a 1080 by 1080 square is because the majority of our audience is viewing on a mobile device. The aspect ratio that you may be asked to create may also create is 800 by 1000 or 400 by 500. That is for a portrait dimension that will fit the full length of a cell phone screen. 1920 by 1080 is the typical landscape dimension used for a desktop and TV viewing. So because we are on social media and over 80% of our audience is viewing from a mobile device, that's predominantly where they are. So we'll be creating mobile optimized content. You know the difference between a mobile optimized website or a desktop website, right? But nowadays most people are using apps and cell phones, so we make mobile optimized websites. Same thing with content. All right, so 1080 by 1080 square, that's the default resolution that you'll do. I'll just show you how to do that real quick in Final Cut Pro, but it might depend on which one you're using. Unless you're told otherwise, to change the resolution, it's 1080 by 1080. Let's go ahead and show you 1080 by 1080. So we go custom, 1080 by 1080. See, there's the square. Now you could do potentially portrait. See that? That would fit a mobile screen and a portrait. So just to show you how you would edit that, if you bring, let's see if we got any content that we can edit just to play around with real quick. We'll just play around with this one. So it's in a square. So we'd have to stretch it, something like that. So that would be more of an elongated square. Anyways, moving on to the next. All right, always, this is an important one, always use royalty-free music. We do have an audio bank of royalty-free music that we use, or you can search on YouTube's library for royalty-free music. I say, guys, this is very, very important. The music must be royalty-free. Facebook has an algorithm that scrapes for audio, for copyright content. They will flag the person who uploads it and the page. Let me tell you this, we do not like to get flagged for anything. Please do not use copyrighted music and get the page flagged and or yourself flagged as a profile, because eventually those do add up and they cause problems for the person who uploaded it and for the page. So we do everything we can to avoid flags. You guys have probably dealt with this before. Please do not argue with me on this, because I've had people who try to argue with me on this about music, and I'm telling you, I already been doing this long enough. Do not use copyrighted music. And we're going to leave it at that. All right, next thing. We recommend these videos to be 60 seconds to 120 seconds long. As long as you are in that range, it's pretty good. Some videos, though, are short and must be short. This is just a guideline. So here's a video that I just recently did that I left out, that I wanted to show you how it is in practice. All right, so this is Budapest. It's titled Japan because that was the original. But so as you can see, there's a couple things in there, but overall, this one, how long did this one go to? 2 minutes. So it's just there at that 121 seconds. Sometimes you might do a little bit longer, But yeah, so that's basically a way to do it, okay? It's 60 to 120 seconds. As long as you're in that range, it's pretty good. You can go a little bit over, you can go a little bit under. I understand that happens. That's just a guideline, like I said. Always try to put your most compelling clips in the front. The beginning of the video is the most important part of the whole film. You have about 5 to 10 seconds to get someone's attention. Then you have 30 seconds to keep it. So you should aim to keep the viewer as engaged as possible for the first 30 seconds. Strong visuals are a way to do that. So I personally, I like this clip because of the way it flows in the beginning. I just felt like the transition here, like this is an introduction, this is an intro, right? But this is, I picked that one. I like that one because it sets the stage. That one I'm not so big on. I probably should have paid more attention and moved that, looking back on it. Honestly, I should have put this one. I like this one. Oh, I remember what I did. I made this video didn't have all of it wasn't jam packed with a lot of great content, so I chose to hit the rhythm, which is number 5 here. A tip I found useful is to try to edit in the cadence with the clips. Cadence is basically rhythm. It's, you know, hut 1 2 3 4. That's a cadence. Hut 1 2 3 4. Hut 1 2 3 4. So that's a rhythm, right? Basically, if you change a scene and the music hits a note, and you can match that up at the same time, that creates a nice flow in the rhythm for the music. You don't have to hit every note with your audio and visuals, but it's nice to have a flow to your video. See, that's one thing I will say that I know about this video is it does have a flow to it. Now, the reason that I didn't put this clip here, even though it's one of the top clips and it could have gone right here, is because I was hoping that there was enough here to keep people. See, it gets a little slow right here. So that, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of how long it took to get here because it takes 30 seconds to get there. And I felt like it was slow. But anyway, what I was doing was editing to the cadence, to the rhythm. You see how I went from this to all of a sudden, boom, it just opens up with the beat. So let's watch it. So I wanted some momentum clips, but what I should have done was eliminate some of this fluff and make it shorter, maybe 60 seconds. If I was to do it again, I'd try another one with a lot less fluff in there, a lot like these clips. I'd probably remove these two right here, or maybe just shorten it. Like I'd probably go like this. If I go like this. Probably just remove that completely. Oh, by the way, while we're making this video, I put these in there. These are watermarks. If you don't have this, just ask me for the transparent watermark. But you see, I put it there. It flashes. Then it goes away. I might clean it up a little bit so it's in sync. But yeah, I make it just flash. I don't like to have it just, I could make it run where it's full all the way through, but I choose not to do that. But yeah, so I mean, I could make it shorter. So yeah, you guys get the idea. That was me showing you how to edit in sync with the rhythm. But other than that, this is just an introduction video. We'll get into a lot more technicals as time goes by, but this is just an introduction. Also, one last thing. We like to put these. We like to keep them very short and simple. Line it up. I use the Haiti HTC or SC. You know, you can change the size of it. You know, go left or right. You can go bigger, smaller. You can put it down here. Sometimes you could even put it like right there. See how that like cliff line is? Or you could put it just above the horizon. That could be cool. You could put it just below, like right there. That would be weird though. Or you could put it up top. You could put it all the way at the bottom. I usually put it right in the middle. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.